Okay, Shalom.
I put the Peter and Bishop on too.
All right, Shalom. We're the brothers of the Great Millstone, the branch here in Chicago. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem HaKadosh.
Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all our fellow laborers. All right, the 144,000, the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, among the heathen that look like the heathen, the Israelite foreigners. All right, and to the few Akwaf that are listening and learning. And we're just gonna jump right into this thing, the uproars of the people. And that's the video.
Yeah.
Let's put it on the big screen.
But not yet. No, I gotta put the person information.
Oh, okay, well, while he's doing that, can somebody get Second Ezra's 9, Baka Shot.
What was the Canadian Pepper video you wanted?
I just sent it to you.
You start at the top.
Baka Shot.
All right, this is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
Uproars of the people. And the uproars of the people have been happening like the last 3-4 years, like never before in the history of mankind. Over this weekend, you had more than 100 protests worldwide, around the globe and all across America. And the one in Washington being one of the biggest ones. They had over 300,000 people. All right, that's where the real smoke was. Why did the Bullet Boys not go there?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
can I bring out this definition of uproar?
Bring it out, Baka Shot.
All right, this is the definition of uproar: a state of violent and noisy disturbance, as of a multitude turmoil.
And it was pretty just. It was turmoil and chaos, and people were spray painting, state buildings, federal buildings. Police vehicles. Can you imagine you sitting in the car as a cop and people just spray painting shit on the car while you're sitting in it? You know, it was just utter, discontent for law, and they couldn't. It was just so many of them they couldn't stop it.
Right.
All right.
And in that Proverbs 29:2, it says, when the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, the people mourn, but when the righteous beareth rule, the people rejoice.
Right.
So here it is. We have all kind of mourning going on, right? Violent and noisy disturbance, as of a multitude in turmoil, all right? Because of why? The way the world is being ruled and what's going on. It's not equitable.
I got some for you, Doc. Actually, I got two. This is Ezekiel 2:8. Actually, it's 2 and 9. It says, and when I looked, behold, a hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein, and he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe.
Yep.
So from, like the prophecies that hadn't yet, the in Ezra, what it's talking about, the uproars of the people, all that is going into, they're no longer being any vain vision. All that is coming to pass. I'll get this in Ezekiel right quick. Is Ezekiel 12:23. It says, tell them therefore, thus saith the Lord God. It says, I will make this proverb to cease, and there shall be no more use as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. For there shall be no more any vain vision, nor flattering divination within the house of Israel. For I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged, for in those days, O rebellious house, I will say the word and I will perform it, saith the Lord. So
what's being performed is the will of the Father. These are all the signs, all right, telltale signs, all right, because like in that Matthew, it says, hey man, you can look and see the trees budding and this, that, and the other, and know that summer's not, well, then here it is, the signs that the Lord left, which are the prophecies and everything that he said will happen before the end of this first temporal world, right? And the ultimate was, the ultimate will of the Father is the eternal righteous kingdom to come. See, but before that comes, it says the good cannot come unless the place where the evil was sown is be destroyed and uprooted. And so here are all the signs of the times that's going on right now, and part of it is the uproars of the people.
Come on now.
And so here it is, we're here to give you the message here, to give you these things and tell you, hey, straighten up and fly right. The scripture says it is high time to awake out of sleep because of your salvation is nearer than you believe.
Yaki, man, guess what? We're occupied in prophecy. In that Matthew 24:3, when the Lord was set out privately, see the disciples came and asked. Some of these jakes are just there to be seen, like the pull-up boys. Meanwhile, prophecies being fulfilled, and Jake is still stuck on shit that never moved us forward. Right? 24:3.
Yep.
Oh, for sure.
This is NIT 24:3.
What book?
Matthew 24:3. It's in the NIT. Dear. Later, Yahweh sat on the Mount of Olives. His disciples came to him privately and said, "Tell us, when will all this happen? What sign will signal your return and the end of the world?" Yahweh told them, "Don't let anyone mislead you, for many will come in my name, claiming I am the Messiah. They will deceive many, and you will hear of wars and threats of wars."
And not just the Messiah, but a Messiah.
Right.
Because the prophets are known as saviors as well.
Right. And you will hear wars and threats of wars, but don't panic. Yes, these things must take place, but the end will not follow immediately. Nation will go to war against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in many parts of the world, but all this is only the first of the birth of pains, with more to come.
And this is the Lord bringing those visions, like you said, the completion of those visions.
Right.
I'm going to read these last couple of verses here in Ezekiel. It says, "Again, the word of the Lord came up to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesied of times that are far off. Therefore say unto them, Thus saith the Lord power, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord power."
Hey, just like Samuel, what they said, the Lord didn't let none of his words fall to the ground.
So who goes speak the word of the Lord? The prophets.
And my word shall not go out void.
That's it.
It shall accomplish.
Right, so he said,
Shall drop down.
Well, let me finish this second Esdras. So back in this second Esdras chapter 9, verse 3, it says, "Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things before the days that were that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath the beginning and the end, and the end is manifest." Right? It's made known by the signs, all right, and the prophecies. And then you're going to have the prophets because the scripture says before the Most High does something, he tell you of it.
That's right.
How do he tell you of it? By way of the prophets, all right? And these things are being are singing, all right? And the prophets are speaking of these things. You guys have
a piece of back here.
Yep.
This is Isaiah chapter 42, verse 9. "Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them."
See, before they spring forth, I tell you of them. All right. First, it was already written, but then also the prophets come out and speak these things. All right, and then they come to pass at the appointed time.
As a matter of fact, could you read verse 10 too, bro? For sure. Sure. You up next, bro.
And it's all to get your mind right, man. Because hey, it says, knowing that all these things shall be dissolved.
What manner of persons are you to be? In all
Matter
holy
of fact,
conversation.
you quote me. I was gonna say go get it.
Yeah, holy conversation, which that conversation is anastrophe.
Yep.
Which is your conduct, So you gotta act like a motherfucker that want to get saved, man.
Right.
Absolutely.
I got that on deck whenever you get for it.
They say actions speak better than words.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, get it, brother.
Isaiah 42:10, sing unto the Lord Yahweh a new song, and his praise from the end of the earth. Ye that go down to the sea, and all that is therein, and the isles and the inhabitants thereof.
Right, and see that new song, the men of the great millstone, and the brothers who teach the likewise doctrine, have been singing since 2007 when the apostles came on. All right, they were singing it, out east for much longer than that. All right, but that message has been going out. All right, because the old message, well, it was false. Truth didn't come into the world until basically the truth came into the world through One West.
Yeah.
And the creme de la creme of One West today is the Great Millstone, like it or not. And being the fact that we're the most hated is evidence of it. Because the scripture clearly says that you will be hated of all men. So if you are popular, and you all, that's, because you're not, because the truth, the truth rubs people the wrong way, especially to an adulterous, unrighteous, stiff-necked generation. Now people are stiff-necked, and they don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear something smooth. All right.
It's the scriptures. The scriptures say, the wicked say, give me smooth things.
Right.
Prophesy lies. Give me deceit.
They want the truth to adjust to them as opposed to you adjusting to the truth.
And it's funny you say that because the scripture says that we're supposed to conform ourselves to the Heavenly Father, not that we should be conformed by the renewing of your mind.
Yeah. Now these guys out there trimming their ways to get love.
That's right.
All right. They uplift the queen.
Yeah.
Queen means prostitute. There are no queens in Israel. I will say it again. There are no queens in Israel. There's only princes and kings.
That's right.
Right? You have princesses in Israel, right? Because they are the royal bloodline, but there is no queens in Israel. And that word queen means, a port prostitute,
And
a whore, a sass.
Right? And the only one so-called queen that even attempted to even have power in Israel, I think Athalia or something like that. She got killed and got destroyed because she tried to put the sons up and it was all underhanded.
Trying to do something like the heathen. The Lord didn't set that up.
That's right.
All right. That's why she got put to death. All right. The Lord is not with that. Is the sheep of His flock are men. All right. Go ahead, brother.
I was gonna get this because he was saying what the prophets came here to do, and this is what we here to do. This Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied that both against many countries and great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. And that's what we're talking about right now, is going into the uproar. We prophesying against this same place. There's wars, there's evil, there's death going on out here. And we have to be wise. We can't be getting up into these crowds or this what's going on out here. We supposed to be prophesying to the elect.
Getting mixed up in a conflict, right?
Right.
So once again, why would we go and go to a place, all right, and get in the middle of somebody else's conflict and then prophesy to sets of heathen? Right. So now what they know who the elect are among the heathen that look like the heathen now. They fuck all y'all Israelites except you. No man. Right. And then them niggas so spiritualist. They would know when a speckled bird. They wouldn't know when a speckled bird is talking to them anyway. I remember that video when that Korean dude came up to HOI.
I seen him do it to so many people.
And anybody who if you had any spiritual discernment in your body at all, in your mind, if the Lord was dealing with you, you would have been able to see that dude was a Jake, man. Right? And so you can't teach to the scattered, what is it saying in to Peter say to the scattered, to the stranger scattered,
And then what about the those who look Israelites, but are tares, and they're not.
Oh, but they
actually
cool with them as well because they look, they brown.
They
Brown
look-
skin, they brown skin with some cornrows.
John
They,
Shad.
but then he all good. Then daddy a whole Edomite.
Yeah.
Daddy a whole Elamite or whatever.
Look at Lenny
Right?
Kravitz.
That's why we just go do our job. What the Lord said do, man. Don't need no gimmicks, no frills, no frills, no extra
We not
anything.
trimming our way to please these women just so we can get money from them.
That's it. You know,
Right.
we just go teach. And he said that we are laborers together with God. And so we do our job. We understand that the Lord gonna do his. It's as simple as that.
And the hell with these 501(c)(3) camps. They got all these alliances with Esau.
Yeah, they're
So
connected.
that they can have vehicles and so they can have schools.
And Jets.
So they can
Make
have
money.
so they can talk on microphones.
Right.
You have to make alliances with Esau to do that. And then that means you have to trim your ways because to get those alliances with
You
Esau,
can't
you
teach.
can't teach the full doctrine.
Oh, you gotta say Most High Christ bless.
So that's plain and simple, man.
Titus 1:11, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake.
Yep.
You want personal gain, you want money,
Power.
you're selling DVDs,
Right.
you're most likely going to destroy
Hey, you want some type of fortune, fame,
Mhm.
honor, No. The honor, Yahushua gets the preeminence, man. So he has to get glory first, man. So here it is. We're just doing our job, knowing that, hey, this is the power of the Lord, man. Beseech the power of the Lord.
Scripture says the axe is laid to the root of the tree, man. Okay? So, hey, man, we understand. The Lord got an axe right here. It says, all tree that don't bear good fruit is hewn down, man. All right? And you know a tree bears fruit. So you got an axe to your neck. How you gonna just dance and play
Right.
and have fun and you ain't nigga, I could kill you, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's Yahweh Shem Yahushai. What is he saying? He said, there's another scripture that says, he said, can I not do to you as a pot that I can shatter you? So what these dudes are doing is what it says in the book of Jude. It says they feeding themselves without fear, man. You at the table of the Lord, kicking your feet up, making it about you, you know?
Yeah, prison free. This is Sirach 39:1. It says, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and will be occupied in prophecy.
That's what it's all about, man. Because even the bro Matthias brought out that Jeremiah 28:8. And that's what it's all about. The prophets are going to be talking about the downfall of the current standing kingdom.
Not trying to build it.
That's it.
All right. Not trying to collect up money so that they can build a new Nazareth and all
Exactly.
kind of bullshit.
Right.
No,
Right.
we ain't got time for
You're
all
about
that.
to have hyperinflation. You're
Right.
about to have chaos. Jacob's trouble is about to start. When and where you gonna build?
Right.
Sounds like somebody just trying to collect money so they can buy a damn Charger or something.
Right. They can prep.
So they can get a Hellcat.
Hey, truly, if they believe that there's about to be even more uproars of the people because we're at the end, well, then you ain't got time to build with them, man. Now, sure, you go work your job, you know what I'm saying, to pay your bills, take care of your family, you know what I'm saying?
Go
As
to the
pilgrims.
cruise.
And yes,
How's he gonna set up long term if we're supposed to be as pilgrims?
exactly.
How's
So
he gonna pack up the whole school, all them bricks? Who's gonna take them?
that's it. That's it.
It's script say we have no continual city here.
Right.
This is not a rest, man.
It's Eva. Right. That's it. You know, Esau playing for keeps. He gonna snatch all that shit away.
That's it.
Yeah, how you gonna build anything behind enemy lines in your enemy's kingdom?
Absolutely.
So how you gonna build? Because guess what? To bring in food, water, supplies, you still gotta go to them and want of all things. You're still under the curses, dummy.
That's right.
All right. That's like
Fucking
that one
dog.
plan.
You
Go
need
ahead,
to-
bro.
I got you, Yaga. This is just based on what you said. Is Revelations 19:10. It says, and I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushai. Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy.
And that's all that we're about, man. The spirit of prophecy, because we understand that long as prophecy keep on coming like it's gonna, because that's the will of the Father, then that's getting us up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're speaking about, man. And here it is. We see what's going on because we measuring the time through the spirit. All right. And when these things happen, now we sound the alarm. just like we're doing right now. The elders say, hey, this is going to be on, hey, the uproars of the people. This is what we're speaking about. This is prophecy. All right. And it's just going to continue to escalate and escalate and escalate. All right. To, the time of Jacob's troubles apex. All right. And then once they mandate that MOTB. All right. And then
which all that has to be soon.
That's it.
Right.
All right. Because the BRICS go live with their digital income. All right. With their digital currency January 1st. And so that's why this thing is raging over in Western Asia, which they fraudulently call the Middle East. There is no such thing as the Middle East. That's some shit they made up.
That's
right?
what they labeled it.
Right, that's what they labeled it. All right, just like they label people that's brown complected black. All right, they labeled it. So that's Western Asia, and what they want to do is they want to completely annihilate Palestine and build a new canal. And they're trying to they want to do this badly. Yeah. And the reason that they want to do that is because they figure, well, they got the jump on us. They're ahead of us on the digital currency. So what they want to try and do is control the trade routes, and now they still have a hand in the game. So it's all coming out. That's what this is really about. So they draw up this story, demonize people, and just kill women and children with and just going full blown with their apartheid-like behavior. All right, and that's what's going on here, and that's going to draw everyone into the Valley of Jehoshaphat. Hey. That is what's literally happening right now as we speak.
And remember the Suez Canal, remember Iran had closed it off a couple years back, and this is how prophecy marches. The Lord will do one tinker at a time, because remember when the Suez Canal was being closed, that was made a big deal. We're like, yeah, this shit's gonna sit.
And it jacked up, the prices went up, and the job companies were shutting down, and people were getting fired by the thousands. It caused a lot of drama, man.
And that was years ago.
That was about about right before the pandemic.
It was like at the end of 2019, because it was going to go into effect 2020, and they're like, oh shit, this is going to speed shit up, because once they close this shit, America's out of it. And that's basically their problem, is that without control of the Suez Canal, they have to find another way to get the shit so they don't have to deal with Egypt.
So so that's where we are. So it all makes sense.
Let's go.
That's why they're doing what they're doing, so that because they want to build that new canal, so that they can, still have some power control. Because what do you think is going to happen when American dollars, it only worth, it takes 55 American dollars to equal one BRICS dollar. Right. What do you think that's going to do? All right, because I'm waiting for the brother to come back so we can play this video. But the guy's going to talk about the hyperinflation that's hitting the land of Israel. And guess what? It's going to hit here too. Right. And that's how you know that those people aren't the people of the Lord, because how is it you facing hyperinflation and not being safe in your own land and getting
those people.
Travels, you can't travel warnings. You people are Lord, but you can't travel.
Right.
Where's the milk and the honey, motherfuckers?
The milk and the honey, right?
Right. They make you break yourself for the milk and honey wherever you go. Right, hey, you one of those special people, break yourself. Right, none of this shit is right.
You gotta have your
Israelis getting jacked up everywhere after to run their pockets. That's not biblical. That's not biblical, man. But go ahead and bring out what you had, Rallo.
This is actually a article on the Hindustan Times. Now it says Israel minister says dropping an atomic bomb on Gaza an option. It says it said Israel, and this was November 5th at 2:42 p.m.
Ooh, that just happened. Can I say this too?
They're
once again, the Western media is completely controlling the narrative. All right, they're completely controlling the narrative. And what's happening over there is that the Israelis are getting their ass handed to them in them tunnels by Hamas.
Perfect.
All right, and now they got a war on the Lebanese front with Hezbollah, and they also are fighting in Syria now. So, and that's why Scott Ritter, the former Marine intelligence officer and former UN inspection officer, he just came out with a video and said that the Israelis cannot win, that the land of Israel cannot win.
Perfect.
So they're going to end up probably doing exactly that, dropping one of them things, which is going to draw everybody into it. So the least of the flock, they're fulfilling their prophecy. But go ahead, brother.
It says, Israel-Hamas war. It said, asked whether an atomic bomb should be dropped on the Gaza Strip Minhai Eluhu said this is one of the possibilities. It said Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Saturday condemned Heritage Minister, another name, and Michai Elihu, statement claiming dropping an atomic bomb on the Gaza Strip was one of the possibilities, even as the war against Palestine.
So that means they're getting their ass whooped. That's why they're considering it. All right, they want to just get it over with, and they're also desperate because the January 1st is coming fast. All right, and they need to have a foothold so that they can get that canal thing going.
They're not even thinking about the radiation.
That's just what it's all about. So, you know, there's no more wisdom in teaming, man. There's no more wisdom in teaming at all. So the things are coming, you know, it's all coming out. But if you would put up that video.
If I could just get this precept real quick, just back up, Yak. This is 2 Timothy 4, and I'll start at verse 6. It says, "For I am now ready to be offered, and the time of my departure is at hand. I have fought a good fight, I have finished my course, I have kept the faith. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at the day, and not to me only, but unto all them." I am sicker than a dog, but I'm hopped up. And to not to me only, but unto all them that also love his appearing. So guess what? Guess who's looking out for those signs? Those men that are actually hastening the day, the ones that get in set here long term.
Right. You know, because even my stepdaughter fixed her lips and said the dumbest shit yesterday, telling me that I should tell that, hey, you know, they took the recruiting age up to 42, you know, and told me that I should tell my son to
what?
To join. And I said, who house do you do? Are you listening? What do you think this is, 1980? It is no. Shut up.
Right.
Don't say nothing else. Then I said, you know what? I'm gonna send you a couple videos. I want you to watch these, and I want you to decide, would you tell your son, if you had one, to go do that?
That's right.
Just shut up.
Because if you know the scriptures say everyone that's joined to them is going to die.
Exactly.
What's wrong with you?
All these, look, the American soldiers they just made 800 recruiters or 8,000 or whatever, right? And they're trying to get people to recruit. They're not going to get people. They're going to have the draft. Right. People, the American youth and the young people do not. They're watching this.
Yeah.
All right. They've been watching. You know, there's too much social media now. It's not like, you know, the internet wasn't really going, because look, 911, that fraud wouldn't have been able to get pulled off today because of the internet. It would have fell apart a lot sooner. Anyone who can, it's easy to just go and look and search out simple scientific information to prove, well, oh, this is a lot. None of this could have happened like what they're saying. But so people are aware of these things now, and they've been watching what's going on, and that's why people are in rebellion against America and the land of Israel right now worldwide, right? And that's why things like this is happening, because people. So you think that people, this 300,000 Americans, and this is just one group over hundreds, all right, around the world. You think that these people will go and join the military? Hell to the no. If anything, these are the same people that's going to pick up rifles and bricks and rocks to throw at government officials. Right. But go ahead, brother.
All right, so I am sicker than a dog, but I'm hopped up on medication because I got the virus. And if I can't get through a half-an-hour presentation where times are good and the medication is still flowing, then there's no way in hell I'm going to survive a global cataclysm. Let's just get right to it.
That's a sped-up camera of the people that went through, and that's why I'm in that unruly crowd. They just went through, you know, like I said, imagine you a car sitting there fully armed, and the people just walk by and just start spray painting your car while they're walking in your face.
Walking by you.
They were doing shit like that, you know, talking about free Palestine, you know. And there was a lot of Edomites in that crowd, right along with Ishmael. All right, and probably some dumbass Jakes out there too.
Absolutely.
Behind me here is a procession through the streets of Washington, D.C., but one of hundreds, if not thousands, of protests that include hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people around the world.
Millions around the world.
That are growing in size every
Another way.
weekend, it seems. I've never before seen protests that are so widespread, so persistent, like week after week, and so large. I think this will go down as some of the largest protests in mankind's history. Because
thousands around the world and maybe over
millions around the world.
Millions of people have marched against this. So the look, that victim mentality, that shit ain't working no more, man.
That's it.
All right, because they throw rocks and hide their hands.
Can I read a quick script?
Absolutely.
We already read it, but I won't read
it again. Sometimes Jake gotta get hit with shit.
Did not the Lord always repeat himself in the same chapter 3 different ways?
Look,
read Revelation.
Hey, I do different lessons, and often in the lessons, some of the same scriptures come out.
That's right.
Why? Because it's a time to win.
Second,
but go ahead, brother.
Second Esdras 9:3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all in the world, like as all is made in the world at the beginning and the end, and the end is manifest.
And there it is.
Made known.
And you always got some dummy that's gonna say, "Oh, these things been happening all the time, man." Man, shut your dumb ass up.
Yeah.
And this ain't never happened before.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, especially ain't happened during the times of the miry clay and
exactly.
What is it?
The separation of the toes.
Yep, the toes. You know, that's what time we in. That's why I say it's measure.
And then when at any time was people allowed to uproar like this?
Oh no!
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now you touch on what we talked about the other day. Back in the day,
You
when
get put to
people
death.
uproar, they don't just say, "Come on." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we so
But you know, the soldiers were out there guarding the firemen as they were hosing your ass down.
right.
And when that water hit you out, you know, especially you brothers that do military experience brothers, you know that gas they use when you're wet and sweaty and moist, it also not only does it fuck up your eyes and you can't see and make all the mucus come out of you, but it burns the shit out of your skin too.
Right.
Shit.
You be on your skin be fucking burning. That's why they would, you know, send us through them damn gas chambers to get us used to that shit. And so how to learn how to don and clear your mask real quick.
Yeah.
But it also lets you know that if anything's airborne, your entire head needs to be covered.
That's it.
Not just your mouth and nose. Your eyes and ears aren't covered.
Hey, there's a medical profession called ear, nose, and throat doctor.
Exactly. Right. So if you get a mask that's covering your mouth and your nose, dumb motherfucker, it ain't gonna help you. Your ears and eyes have to be covered too. Your entire head has to be encased inside of something.
You need that hazmat.
Yep.
Right, you need to call the commander mask. Right?
It was one of the officials. It was an army official. He just recently said. He said that basically this nigga Benjamin Netanyahu, right?
Not a who.
Okay, he said he's accomplished something that he's never seen, at least in his lifetime, and he's an old guy. He said you have basically united the entire Arab world. Man.
That's scripture.
Yes, he has.
Hey, somebody did second.
He has.
Wow.
The policy, yeah, that's a powerful statement.
Yeah.
But find that statement.
Yeah.
Find it.
Somebody
And while he's getting it, let that video play a little bit more while he's getting it. 16 chapter.
The Dragons of Arabia, because that second Ezra 15 is signed on right now.
Oh, you got it, brother.
Go ahead, brother.
Okay, good.
Yeah, then we'll play. Go ahead, brother.
This is Second Ezra 15 and 28. Behold, a horrible vision and the appearance thereof.
He said a horrible vision.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Behold, a horrible vision and the appearance thereof from the east.
It's like the Quran is above that, right?
That's below.
Okay, go ahead.
Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth. That all they which hear them may fear and tremble.
See, now, first of all, people don't understand the Arab world. The word Arab, which is Arab, to my knowledge, means a mixture.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay? You got the Saudi Arabians, those are Arabs. The Palestinians, those are Arabs. You got the Arab Emirates, Dubai, those are Arabs. And you go to it's a whole bunch of more nations.
Right.
That are Arabs.
Basically what they are, if I may interject, brother. They're the remnant of what's left from the Persian Mede nations that are mixed.
Right.
That's what it means. So you got Ishmael and Elam and then you have the mixtures thereof. They're either Ishmael or Elam, but they've mixed. So that's what So that's what the that's what that's talking about. All right, just to make it quick. But go ahead, brother.
It says also the Carmanians.
Switch now. If you go to Carmania and you go back into, you can go Google this. It's going to take you right back to Persia, which is going to take you right back to modern day Iran, who changed to Iran from the ancient name of the name was Elam or Elam, that changed to Persia, that changed to Iran. All right, but they'll go back. The Carmanians go back to the so-called Iranians,
and they were warlike people.
That's it.
Yep.
Wild men.
And they like everybody has had a chance to rule the world. And they used to rule the world at one point in time. They in the movie with Artaxerxes, 300. All right, they had their chance to rule the world. Motherfuckers don't go into world history to understand who these nations are.
Yeah, and they was wicked as hell.
Of course, every nation is wicked as hell.
Them
You're
motherfuckers
absolutely
was
right.
wild. They actually go into it.
They had a lot of false gods. And matter of fact, when the Greeks took over, when the Edomites took over the Greeks, all right, when they started saying that they were the Greeks. When they took over, they brought in all these melanated gods from the Persian Medes, from the Babylonians, all right, and they just took these same gods, changed it. Some of them they didn't change the names, but they changed a lot of the names, and they just made them pale. All right, they would, when they would erect these false gods, they erected them as so-called white people. That's all they did, man. Go ahead, bro.
I got also.
Let them finish.
Also the Carmanians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood. And with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians.
So there you go. And then, look, this thing is about to go down. And Benjamin Netanyahu, not a JOO, is really fucked up because he's helped this prophecy to come. And not only has he united the whole Arab world,
he's a cat.
But he's also got the other nations also behind them as well. So and probably about half of Edom. Edom is divided. Half of me because and my clients are getting into it with each other. All right. You got some that are like, fuck them over there. And you got some, we must defend them at all costs.
Hey, Erdogan is a Amalekite.
Well, he's an Amalekite, but he's also a Muslim.
Yeah.
But so that's that. But you're right. That's a division in itself. So, yeah. but see, it's not just the Muslim world. It's not just the Ishmaelites. And but you got Elam that's Muslim. You got a lot of other people that are also Muslim, Chinese, Africans. Yeah. So you bring in the whole. So not only you bring in the Arab world together, but you bring in all the Muslim whole world, which is bringing in other people. Half of Africa is Muslim.
Right. You have a
good portion of China is Muslim.
You got a race war going on. You also have a religious war going on. You got so many different wars and factions going on by this.
This shit about to go, and that's why all chaos is about to start. But there's one more verse. Go ahead, brother.
It said, and then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature.
Ooh. Damn. So the Lord just let us know that the Israelis about to get their ass spanked. They're not gonna win this. It's already prophesied.
And that nature is going to them being wild.
Wild as hell.
Anybody who would strap a thing to themselves and run up on you, all right?
They put them on their kids. Kids to run up on. That's right. Kids shit wild as hell.
And if they turn themselves conspiring, and they shall turn themselves conspiring together in great power.
Conspiring together with breathing together. Wow. Now, what's the first thing that they said when they started this doing was October 7th? It's almost gonna be a month that this has started. After a couple of weeks, then the Yemenis, the Houthi, I can't remember all the names. Yemen was like, hey, we with y'all, Palestine. After another couple of days, a week, and then Iran was like, yeah, they fuck with them. The Sunnis and I forget the other
Shiites.
The Shiites. They squashed it, and they're like, wait a minute,
we with y'all,
right?
And then Iran said, well, hold on, they fuck with y'all, we with y'all. Iran, like, we with y'all, and this
now Egypt.
Come on, brother.
And then all those northern African nations, all them Hamites and them northern African nations, the whole Arab world, man, and the whole Muslim world is getting behind this, man. So this dude really done started burning
the scriptures that said the least of the flock shall
the least of the flock shall draw them out. This shit is happening, man, and we're excited about it. Everybody else is panicking talking shit, and now it's actually happening, man. We're excited. All right, so hold the scriptures just for a second, Bob Bashar. Let a couple minutes of this play. Because,
this is on another level. Surprisingly, aside some rare incidents of desecration of statues and monuments, and some unfortunate incidents of hate crimes and light skirmishes between crowds and cops and different groups, these are relatively peaceful protests overall, compared to like the George Floyd burning down cities type of deal. We haven't seen that yet, but you know that train is probably just running a little bit late. The way things are going.
He said that train. He said he haven't seen the major chaos and violence yet, but he said that train is just running late, and it's right because this is going to turn into. You know, he said there's been minor skirmishes between police and groups and things like that, but it hasn't got bloody yet. But he just admitted he knows that train is coming.
Now, if I may, now that's one train. Let's not forget that the Citizen Bank collapsed with the other banks that collapsed earlier. So the money train is still the American dollar is going to crash. It's going to ripple through all the other countries. So the financial crisis is coming along right there.
He's going to mention that.
God.
What you're saying? He's going to mention that because when you go to we're going to play that part later. But he talks about the hyperinflation that this is causing.
Perfect.
So
I'm first because the Most High is so cold-blooded. He's not only the Most High hits 35 birds with one stone, 144,000 birds with one stone. The Most High knows how to strategically start with one thing and hit a whole bunch of cataclysmic things and right along with it. All right.
You would see in the run-up to World War III, you would see more and more widespread protests like this for all manner of reasons, be they economic, cultural, or geopolitical, and that's exactly what we're seeing, guys. I'm going to try to get through this video. I'm telling you, I'm probably going to have a coughing fit, or my nose is going to start to run like a little kindergarten kid, but we're going to try to get through this. Okay, so here's the overview of what we need to talk about, and there's something that nobody's talking about with respect to the war between Israel and Lebanon, and it's about supplies, it's about stockpiles, okay? So please stick with me because I want to share that piece with you. I had a bit of a eureka moment in my research last night. Now, since Nasrallah, the head of Hezbollah, gave his speech the other day, the exchanges between Israelis and the Hezbollah on the Lebanese front have increased dramatically. In fact, Lebanon has been utilizing larger missiles, longer range missiles with higher ordnance on military installations, radar installations, and military bases along the northern border. So the war there is heating up. It's just not coming all at once, okay? They're taking it slow, then fast, if you know what I'm saying. We also have a global travel advisory for Israelis. Now, this has been in place for some time.
How you the people of the Lord and you not safe? All right? How you the people of the Lord and you not safe? A global travel advisory. All right. Isaiah 34:8 real quick, Bob Kashah.
Book of Isaiah chapter 34 verse 8. For it is the day of Yahweh's vengeance and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion.
All right, so there's a major controversy of Zion because the scriptures clearly state, you can shoot it up to the 10-minute mark. So this go ahead.
I got to read it in the NLT.
Okay, Bob.
Isaiah 34:8 NLT. For it is the day of Yahweh's revenge, the year when Edom will be paid back for all it did to Israel.
Damn, so it's identifying that Edom is claiming to be
those people,
the people of the Lord.
I mean, you people.
All right, this is too much. I mean, the Wadi Halbashah, when you start putting the pieces together, man. When you Isaiah 34:8 in the NLT, that shit go hard. All right, when you put that together with Ezekiel 36:5, and you put that, you're gonna bring that out. When you put that together. What that Israeli woman said, all right, about the threat, the biggest threat to Israel is young black men in America. You getting bombed and babies getting their heads chopped off and burned up and all that shit.
And we were.
But yet,
we were.
Young black people reading Bibles and standing on the corners preaching is your biggest.
That's right.
what just happened here?
And then your own
Like
people.
my Alma Bear said, what the fuck? Thank you for that admission. We'll take that.
That's right. And
All right.
and then the own Israeli so-called people complain and say, wait a minute, my people are killing me. My people are shooting me and saying it's Hamas, but there was them. Not only when they first kicked off on this.
They were uprising before all this happened.
Exactly.
That was what, and so Benjamin Netanyahu, not a J-double-O, he set this whole thing off to shut his people up.
That's it.
Because they were out in the streets protesting against him.
Mm-hmm.
How can they be the people? Where's the corn and the wine and the peace and safety? And where's all that?
Plowshares and weapons of war.
Right. Where's King David?
Go ahead. Where's
You
your
know?
That's right.
Where's the Lord? They full of shit. Bring out those other scriptures. Bunker shot.
This is like Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 5. Therefore, thus said the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession.
Wow.
With the joy of all their heart, with the spiteful minds to cast it out for a
So
break.
Israel would cast it out. So we're gonna hold court here. All right. So all this evidence is being presented to the judge, being presented to the jury. All right. So right now, with this evidence, Edom is looking kind of guilty, and then it's looking like the Jewish people are Edom. All right. So now that we've heard that, we know that Israel was casted out, and now there's other people are sitting in the land and have parted it. All right. Could you read that Isaiah 34 again in both the King James and the NLT? And if you could get that Ezekiel 36 and 5 also in the NLT. Let's see what it says there. All right. We're gonna measure this in the balance.
So this is Isaiah chapter 34 in the KJV because it starts off with Edom.
Somebody get Zechariah 9:6. Get load
like
that
it-
shit up. All the scriptures.
It's like it sticks to Edom. Like it's crazy. This is Isaiah 34 and 8 KJV. For it is the day of Yahweh's vengeance and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion.
So what's that controversy?
Right.
The Israeli woman said that the biggest threat is young black people. Well, she didn't mention the Latinos and the Native Americans because they're part of this too.
But they gotta keep that black spin
They-
on it. It's like
Of course. No, you're right. You absolutely
Keep
right.
that black.
I was thinking, and then you said it.
And
All right.
Salakia, you had made a point yesterday. Yeah, I'm finna bogart this shit real quick. But no, Salakia, the elder made a great point on the line yesterday because I didn't know that when you mentioned the 501c3 charter and the sign.
Yeah.
And like to speak with what's that, a bullhorn? Yeah. In the spirit, I was.
Did you go and look it up and see the statutes, the paperwork that you got to do? But go ahead.
But no. In the spirit, I said, damn, that's why they make all them niggas wear black. And they be having Ephraimites out there. They be having Mexicans out there. Like it's so-called Ishkarites, Ephraimites, so-called Puerto Ricans. It's actually Latin brothers in them so-called black caps.
Yeah.
Because they supposed to be.
Right.
CPK has a bunch of them.
Exactly. But to push that black agenda, I believe that part of the 401c3 that the elder was talking, when he said that, we happen to be talking about Chief Eve, him down there. Because I ain't finna disrespect Chief Keef like that. That Chief Eve from niggas a monkey. But nevertheless, on some real shit, the elder was giving that breakdown, and the Lord revealed that to me, man. That's why they asked wear all that black and push that as the elder Yahshua exactly. We say it again.
Psychological warfare.
Right,
Yeah,
because when
black.
they pan and show when they show them in masses, especially when they're wearing the shiesty mask.
Exactly.
Hold on, Salaki, elder. You got a hole on top of the shiesty man.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
A lot of them probably don't even have a hole. It's just covered up. But nevertheless, man, if you got Ephraim and Issachar standing there with you, but when they wearing all that black shit in the shiesty mask,
You can't tell.
you're right. So this is just a black thing.
He just
Right.
a light skinned nigga under
You
the
know?
mask.
Right.
You see?
Yep.
So it's
That
all
shit
it's
crazy.
all it's all a psyop,
That shit, bro.
right? It's all a psyop. But bring those let those scriptures right.
Can I continue with
Absolutely.
That shit,
So this
bro.
is Isaiah 34 and 8. I'm gonna start at 8 because it get juicy. But I'm gonna read it in the NLT. It says, let's pause. It says, for it is the day of Yahweh's vengeance the year when Edom will be paid back for all it did to Israel.
Woo!
It says the streams of Edom.
So like that's why Esau, the so-called Edomites over here in America, and then Esau, the Amalekites over there in Israel, they played the Edomite hot potato.
Right.
Because nobody wants to touch me. Nobody wants to be Edom. They went ahead and said, no, Esau is the Christians. And then the so-called KK and the so-called white man said, no, Esau is the Jews. And they hot potato. No, I'm not, no, it's not me. It's not me. It's not me. It's not me looking at it.
And it's both of theirs.
Exactly.
Well, he's speaking of a lie, he's speaking of his own.
Yeah, duck, goose.
Go ahead, brother. Yeah, more than that. Go ahead.
Yeah, it says
recap it, Papa Kashan.
God, this is Isaiah 34:9 NLT. It says the streams of Edom will be filled with burning pitch. The ground will be covered.
See, that's why vocab will be like, no, Esau was done away with. They're done. They're dead.
That's a future prophecy. That hasn't happened.
Come on, man.
He tried to use the Apocrypha one time, but then the nigga don't believe in the Apocrypha though. Like, yeah. He busted his own shit by picking up the Bible.
He just slipped and fell, busted shit so many times. Fell on his own sword.
He picked up the Bible. The Bible turned to 300 pounds, and he just slipped and fell.
No, he just a goofball, man.
Read out.
Read out, brother.
Verse 10. It says Isaiah 34:9 NLT. The streams of Edom will be filled with burning pitch, and the ground will be covered with fire. This judgment on Edom will never end. The smoke of its burning will rise forever. The land will lie deserted from generation to generation. No one will live there anymore. That's America.
Yeah, because the true stronghold of Edom is America. All right. But we're very aware that is also wherever Basra is. Wherever there's an Edomite stronghold, that's Basra. And Yahushua, who the world ignorantly and fraudulently called Jesus Christ, all right, is coming to visit Basra wherever they are. All right, and he's going to wipe Basra out. So he's going to wipe out the land of Israel is going to get wiped out, but it's going to get built back up again. The land of America is going to get wiped out, and no one's ever going to live here again. It's going to be a memorial of not to fuck up, to remind the nations this is what happens when you don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments, when you live not according to Isaiah 8:20. But bring out the mother scriptures about the shot.
This is Ezekiel 36:5 in the NLT. This is what the sovereign Lord says. My jealous anger burns against these nations, especially Edom, because they have shown utter contempt for me by gleefully taking my land for themselves as plunder.
As plunder.
So read the last part again.
God. It says, especially Edom, because they have shown utter contempt for me by gleefully taking my land for themselves as plunder.
They went and took the land, like the scripture says, to the land, the people, the house, the heritage, the people, took everything. You know what I'm saying? Edom went and took our identity, our heritage, our culture. So the Most High's got a vendetta for you. The Lord says, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. And guess who his prophets are? So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which you've been subjugating for the last 300 to 400 years. So now you can never repay.
Yep, that's why Obadiah, man, he gonna get his burnt up. But you got the Obadiah.
It's Obadiah 1 and 10. But I violated my brother.
See, now this is one of the most heaviest prophecies in the scriptures, man. It identifies that. Read it again, because first of all, if you could jump up just to see this is talking about Edom, the first verse.
This is Obadiah 1 and 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith Yahweh power concerning Edom.
So this is about the so-called Edomites. Now jump down.
No, not the so-called Edomites.
That's right.
The so-called white man.
That's right.
The so-called.
That's right, brother. Now jump down to where it says that once they set their nests upon the stars, because that's an identifying marker. Okay, go ahead. Because you go Esau, Edom, the Russians, or Esau, Edom, the Americans. Both of them went up there first. So both.
Yeah, they both went up to the clouds.
That's right.
And above the clouds.
That's right.
Right. They didn't go much further than that.
That's about
but they went there.
Lying ass bitches.
Hey, but when just backing up to what the elders going into, and what the scriptures say, when they so-called went up there and put them fake ass boots that didn't match the dude on it, your shit never been on the ground, let alone on the moon. But nevertheless, they said what? The eagle has landed.
That's right.
Why did they say that?
That's right.
They could have said the falcon, the pigeon, the parrot.
Right.
They
Right.
said the eagle has landed.
Because it
Just
represents the Middle East.
backing up the elders.
Reference
And it magnifies Obadiah and the prophecies of these scriptures.
Mount.
That's right.
Yep.
Go ahead, brother.
They actually made a point to commemorate it.
That's right, brother.
So like it's
And almost every Edomite nation mascot is a goddamn eagle.
Everyone is. Every major nation of Edom has bear the eagle as their animal, as their mark. No matter what Edomite nation you're talking about,
That's right, brother.
they all. And at Mount Petra, at Petra, at the top of the columns of Petra are eagles. So there's no getting around it.
Yeah, you had Channing Tatum play the, which is the gayest nigga in the industry. He played in that
A Roman
movie,
centurion.
Yeah, the movie
The eagle.
Yeah.
He ain't Roman. I don't know who the fuck he is.
Go ahead, brother.
Obadiah
One
1
wicked
and 4.
gay ass nigga is really a Jake, but anyway.
Oh, definitely. That's why
He
he
got
extra
too much
free.
flavor.
That's why he extra magic, Mike.
Come on.
That nigga Roman is fuck.
But he a straight Roman.
The wicked 2/3 are Roman as
Hey,
fuck.
but listen, that's why the Lord sent him back pale, man. A lot of them dudes, look at that nigga Volkanovski. He was so in the Greek. The Lord named his ass Alexander and sent him back pale to mock his ass. Because he's a black nigga, man. Go ahead.
And he's a cold black nigga.
Of course.
Man,
It's the vote, nigga.
yeah, he ain't lying. Go ahead, brother.
This is Obadiah 1 and 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, then will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh.
And that started back in 1968.
Yeah, 60, actually.
67,
67, yeah. With that Apollo
Whenever
program.
they went up there and started to try to go
Apollo
up there,
program.
that's when the Lord, that prophecy hit a home run.
Absolutely.
So now we know that nobody else, you can't say the Chinese went first, you can't say the East Indians went first, you can't say Australia or anybody else on the planet went first. It was so-called Edom on the American side and so-called Edom on the Russian side, which went with the cosmos that went up there and did that. That identifies Esau, Edom, as the so-called white man. You can't get around that. If you try to show me any other nation that went to the stars.
And they call themselves the eagle.
Come on,
right?
The evidence, once again, we're bringing all the evidence into the courtroom. And it's almost like it's like you getting life sentence after life sentence after life sentence. Death sentence after death. It's like, damn, how many times can we kill you?
Exactly.
We're finish some scriptures, Bible show.
This Obadiah 1 and 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
You know how shameful it's going to be because the majority of the world knows that we are the real Israelites. Right? Just that you got to remember who owns the mainstream and who's holding that back. But how embarrassing and shameful it's going to be for them when they can no longer control the narrative, when they can no longer, prop up a lie. When they have to, when they're forced to acknowledge we are the Edomites, and they're going to be forced to acknowledge.
Absolutely.
The truth is going to come out. All right. Go ahead, brother. And somebody get whole 2nd Ezra 6, 20, 26, and 27, 28 as well. Go ahead.
And the day that thou stoodest on the other side, and the day that the strangers carried away captives as forces and foreigners entered into the gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them.
And they've done it twice. All right. So this is the second time that Esau Edom has walked their red ass up into Jerusalem, and taken our shit.
Yeah.
And this second time that they did it, they actually claimed to be us. Okay, if you could, that's good on that. Could you give me that the Ezekiel 36 and 5 in the NLT? What you got?
2nd Ezra 6.
Okay, kind you hold that now behind you.
Oh, I had 2nd Ezra 6 and I had the Psalms 37 and 12.
Oh, hold that, bro.
Let
Let them rock. All right. In that procession to bring it forward. And that's what we're gonna finish with. All right, so we're gonna work all them scriptures, bring it right on up, and y'all gonna be the anchor.
Ezekiel 36 and 5 in the NLT. This is what the sovereign Lord says. My jealous anger burns against these nations, especially Edom. Because
especially you cry
that nigga preaching.
Especially Edom, because they have shown utter contempt for me by gleefully taking my land for themselves as plunder.
Who took the name? Who took
Wow,
the land?
Edom has taken the land for themselves for plunder.
Man.
All right.
And
So the KKK and the militant Christians in America, when they're saying that the JOOs are Edom, they ain't lying.
That's
Unfortunately for them, they are too.
That's right. I got the definition for plunder.
Yeah,
on the
brother.
online etymology, it said take goods or valuable forcibly.
Right, and not only that, they took a man and his heritage. They not only that, they took our heritage. They claim to be us. You know? All right. Bring forth the next scripture. That was fire, brother.
This is Zechariah 9:6. And the bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines.
And that word bastard, as I often bring out, the modern day encyclopedias or dictionaries. Damn, why was that word evading me? Modern day dictionaries, they evade the definition of bastard, meaning fake, fraudulent, or phony. All right, disingenuous. All right, all those words are connected to the word bastard. And so when you read it, it'll just say, illegitimate child or something like that, which they are that too. But it also calls them a fake, a fraud, and a phony. All right? Not the real McCoy. Right. So the Bible's telling you that there's a fraudulent people going to be dwelling in the land of Ashdod. And Ashdod is basically modern day Tel Aviv.
That's it, period.
Right?
When you go on the map.
Okay, so bring it forward. You went out of order. It was these brothers. Come on, bring what you got, Lahab.
This is Psalm chapter 37, verse 12. The wicked plots against the just and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. Right, man. This is the end of Esau Edom's reign, man. He's about to come down on us and demonize us. And he's going to go full-fledged with this NWO.
And it's going to fail.
It's going to fail.
When they come against us, it's actually going to fail. That's the beauty of it. So we're going to get, we're going to catch the heat. And all of a sudden, it's all going to go right back on them. How the kid says, rub it, bounce off me, and go back to you.
Right. The kid.
I'm glue. Yeah. So
I'm rubber, you're good. Yep. That's it.
All right. And what you got, brother? And so, and you know what you can get Psalms 137. Go ahead, brother.
I had that Zephaniah, but I got another one here in Isaiah 60 in chapter. Verse 18, it says, violence will disappear from your land, the desolation and destruction of war will end.
So how is it that these are the people when World War III is starting because of their actions? This guy's actions just united the entire Arab world and the entire Muslim world on top to boot.
Brother.
All right?
Brother.
Now you gotta fight them fucking daggers.
Brother.
They're Muslims.
You don't want to get into it. You don't want it with them, man.
Smash.
Everything they go with that nigga fucking calms down. Say he said Brazil don't recognize you, brother. No one recognize you. Now you're in my house. Muslim brothers coming for you, man.
This is the NLT. This is the NLT, by the way. But it says, salvation will surround you like city walls, and praise will be on the lips of all who enter there. And that's clearly not the case, man. They say that a bastard's going to dwell in Ashdod, and that Edom was gonna take the land for possession. So 1 + 1 = 2, man.
Right.
You guys are Edom.
So you JOOs, man, just need to put the Bible down and just cling up to your Talmud and admit who you are. Because the more you fight it, it's like trying to fight off a choke. All right.
Speaking
the
of
more you know, you're right. The more you fight it, man, and just sink it in.
The deeper you go.
All right. When you should have just tapped, now you're just gonna get choked out. All right. You just gonna get choked out, and when you get choked out, it ain't gonna end because you gonna get the faps put on you while you sleep.
Faps of life.
All right.
Faps of life.
Okay. That 137. Go ahead, brother.
This Psalms 137:7. Remember, O Lord Yahweh, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. And happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against his stone.
Right. So, hey, look, your house is gonna get spoiled. Your wives are gonna get ravished.
Ran through.
Your little ones are gonna get dashed against a stone. All right, and the righteous are gonna wash their feet in the blood of the wicked. That's what's coming. Right. Bring out your scripture, brother.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 1 in the NLT. It says, at that time of those events, saith the Lord, when I restore the prosperity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will gather the armies of the world into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Ooh. There I will judge them for harming my people, my special possession.
Man.
For scattering my people among the nations and for dividing up my land.
Damn. So who divided up the land? The Balfour Declaration was a document that's attached to what people?
Ooh.
Oh,
That they just made up.
so
Particular names.
but it's attached to what people?
The
Jewish.
The EU.
Jewish.
So y'all. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. You know what? Let's read that then. That y'all continue.
Okay.
Now, mind you, these are scholars that say that this is
Jewish scholars.
There we go.
The heads of the Zondervan, well, now they were Jewish scholars. All right, so let's see what the Jewish scholars have to say. Even though they were trying to put that on white Americans and white Christendom. All right, this is also on them too. But go ahead.
It says Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as the scene of great future judgment.
Come on now.
See notably Isaiah 34:5 and Isaiah 63:1. She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from God.
So there's no mercy coming for Esau. All the nations will eventually get mercy. There's going to be none. And for what you've done to the Lord's people, and what you've done to the Lord's creation, the heathen, you got to pay, man.
The whole
You got to
earth.
pay. Go ahead, finish it up, brother.
So yeah, going back to this Joel.
Hell, the animals, the earth.
The tree.
The animals,
Yeah, everything. The water.
The turtle with herpes, man.
That's right.
The fuck they do to you?
No.
Fucking turtles swimming together.
This is Joel chapter 3, verse 9. It says, say to the nations, far and wide, get ready for war. Call out your best warriors. Let all your fighting men advance for the attack.
Agrium, Achilles.
Come on.
Call out your best warriors. It ain't going to help you, man. But go ahead.
Hammer your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Train even your weaklings to be warriors.
Right.
Come quickly, all you nations everywhere.
Ooh, they about to train some weaklings too, because they getting ready to do this drive on these weak, fat, out of shape, drugged out ass, pants sagging ass Americans.
And men and women.
And old, and you're not right. And they took the age all the way up to 42. They desperate.
And they said women.
So a lot of you, so a lot and women. So a lot of you people that are that don't have children in your 30s and 40s, early 40s, you're under 42, you're gonna be targets for the draft too, man.
You are eligible.
So but go ahead. Yeah.
Yep. It says, come quickly, all you nations everywhere. Gather together in the valley. And now, O Lord, call out your warriors. Let the nation.
Then the scriptures talk about prepare ye the ambushes. Well, who's the ambushes? That's the Most High's men of the Lord that's down here on the ground. The Lord said that He's going when they come in like a flood.
When they get that power,
that's right. He's gonna lift up the standard.
On the ground.
That standard. All of a sudden, brothers gonna be bright burning these motherfuckers. Well, go ahead, brother.
It says, let the nations be called to arms. Let them march into the valley of Jehoshaphat. There, I, the Lord, will sit to pronounce judgment on them all. Swing the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, tread the grapes, for the winepress is full. The storage vats are overwhelming with the wickedness of these people. Thousands upon thousands are waiting in the valley of decision. There, the day of the Lord will soon arrive. The sun and the moon will grow dark, and the stars will no longer shine. The Lord's voice will roar from Zion and thunder from Jerusalem. And the heavens and the earth will shake. But the Lord will be a refuge for his people and a strong fortress for the people of Israel.
In the Wadi Halbashah,
Dang.
this prophecy is in the midst of happening, man. So, you know, and we know it's not going to go full blown until you know, that MOTV is implemented, but we know that's right around the corner. That's right.
That's why all the banks are starting to collapse.
Hey, Citizens Bank actually collapsed Saturday, yesterday, and everybody who had big money there, they're not getting their money back.
That's right.
So that's getting ready to start just happening more and more. It's about to happen.
That's it.
Hey, so with that, man, we're gonna give all praises, all honor and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rikakash,
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.